Hey guys, it's Tony here. So today I want to talk to you guys about Bitcoin. Yes, back to Bitcoin again, not Ethereum, not all the other coins, not something else, Bitcoin. Because it is right now dumping. It actually fell all the way to $56,000. And I want to talk to you guys about this because I've been talking about how Bitcoin would dump and I actually predict this. This makes everybody ask the question, where will it go? Is Bitcoin done with the Bitcoin rally? Will it actually keep going up? And what about that gigantic pump to $90,000 before the year ends? I'm going to be talking to you guys all about this and more in this video, so let's get into it. So, quick recap, Bitcoin went all the way to a new all-time high of $69,000. After that, it came down, and now it's actually dumping. Now, this dump really looks like a breakout, and you can actually see that I talked about this pattern in a couple videos ago, that we have this seemingly rising wedge. Now, if we convert support, we would have another leg up, but this did look like we would actually have a breakout to the downside, and that's exactly what we had. Now, the target of this rising wedge is about 70 to 100% of the way down. So if we actually grab it like this, so from the start of the triangle all the way to the top, 70 to 100% of the way down is where we would go. And we already reached the 70% mark, which is this red line right here, and passed it, and we went all the way to 0.786 level. So this does look like we could be potentially reaching the 1 level mark. And I believe that's the lowest Bitcoin could go, because we have this higher high, and if we go lower than the higher high, we could be seeing something even worse, because this higher high if we break it, that could mean that we could be seeing more potential lows and not just a healthy correction like we did here. Now, this is another, like I just said, healthy correction, because Bitcoin, when it goes up, it should have these corrections. It's part of the Elliott wave, and I think after this correction, we should be going higher up. Now, everybody's talking about how Bitcoin's going to break $90,000, but we have to be realistic. And I talked about this in my previous video. Let me listen to that too. We also have the 2020 pump up, and nobody's even paying attention to that. So let's grab from, I'm just saying from here, all the way to the top of the 2020 pump up, and let's drag it over here. Now, how this is saying we will go is this is already a little tiny bit longer and not as high. This will actually take us to $374,000. Now, what this is showing is that we will actually be going pretty slowly up. And of course, this is an indicator down here, but you guys can see that these dumps actually happen pretty closely. So we had a dump right here, we had a dump right over here, we also had a dump here, and now we could technically be seeing a dump right here again. So Bitcoin right now, where we're standing, we could be seeing a dump, and that's what I think could happen. Let me just... And so we're not supposed to, because the target that I talked about with the only 2 weeks left, it's going to take us all the way 1,000%, and like right now it has to break out. That's very, very unrealistic. What I think right now we should do is actually break down what we're doing right now, have this healthy correction, and then this bull market generally, I think it should be a longer uptrend. Now, we're not really getting steeper, we're just staying like this, and I think that's a good thing that we're doing that, and that we're having these big dumps. I think that's good, that we're not going to keep pumping up without any stops like we did like right here, which caused us to actually have correction down because we couldn't break any higher highs. And since we're having these corrections and it takes us longer to go up, it generally is a good thing. So what I expect for Bitcoin to do is actually to not break below its previous higher high, because if it does do that, like it did right here, when it reached $65,000, when it reached that level, we were not supposed to break the $61,000, but since it did, it went all the way down to here, confirmed support, tried to break above the previous higher high, but it could not, so it actually went all the way down to about $30,000, and that's what, if we break this previous higher high, we could be seeing. But I don't think so, because I still think we are generally in a bullish trajectory, and this is just a healthy correction, maybe even just a BART pattern that we could just keep going up. So after this dump down to 100% level of the rising wedge. Looks like we could be going up again, and we should not break this previous high, which is also a gigantic support. So another reason why I think we could stop there. One more reason why I think we should stop there is because if I turn on the daily 20-day moving average, and the daily moving averages, we have the 100-day moving average right over there that is right at the support, so we could be coming down and testing it. Of course, if we confirm support, the next moving average, let's just say we confirm support, the next moving average for us to test is actually going to be the 50 and the 20, which looks like it could actually cross. So we would have to test those again, and in order for us to go into a bull market again, we have to break them. But this happens, and this is the daily time frame. It's a much smaller time frame, and if we do break that, the next support would probably be the 20-week moving average, but that's already going to be bad because it's going to be below this higher high. So that is what Bitcoin is doing right now, dumping, but this is just a healthy correction, so don't panic. Later it's going to go up. So that is what I think Bitcoin is doing. So with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you leave a like down below, subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget to click that post notification bell. I'll see you guys next video. Bye!